For National Grouch Day, let's talk about redirecting behaviors in a dementia patient. Now, this is not a one-example-fits-all situation. You know your loved one better than anyone, so use the methods that work best for you and your loved one. You may be able to redirect the behavior by changing the topic of conversation, agreeing with them even if you don't agree, as long as it isn't a safety concern. The idea is to change their focus or get them to change the disruptive behavior happening at that moment. Let me give you a few examples. My mom would get angry and irritated with my dad. My dad would laugh and make light of the situation, which infuriated her. As her ALSP progressed, my dad could not redirect by making a joke and laughing. It only made her behavior worse. When my sister Holly was struggling with disruptive behaviors, I would try to redirect by asking her if she wanted coffee. She loved coffee and would focus solely on that question. Or I would say to her, "We forgot to call Tara today." She loved talking to people, and that would always distract her, and we'd make the phone call to talk to Tara. Now, my sister Heather couldn't sit still and would pace a lot and loved to go for walks. When she needed to be redirected, I would say, "Let's go for a walk." All she could think about was going outside to go for her walk. With my husband, the hardest situation so far, and this is a very difficult situation that we encountered, was after a long flight. We were all exhausted, and he was extremely exhausted, and we could not find the car at the airport. I am terrible with directions and constantly get lost in parking garages. My husband was agitated because of the exhaustion. He was getting mean and loud towards me, and he wouldn't stop. I tried to make a joke about losing the car. That didn't work. Usually, if I can make him laugh, that's all that is needed to redirect. Not this time. I tried changing the topic of conversation, which didn't work. I tried making more jokes. I tried ignoring him. And I tried to agree with him just to end the anger that was building up in him. Nothing was working. By this point, we were all tired and frustrated. I started to get upset and angry too. So in this situation, I needed to stop talking, walk ahead of him, and ignore what was being said for my own sanity. I knew he was right behind me because he was still yelling at me, so I knew he was safe. By disengaging, it may not have helped him in that situation, but it saved me from becoming even more distracted and upset. Dementia patients can be grouchy by no fault of their own. Understand the triggers and have multiple tools in your toolbox for redirecting the behavior.